welcome. We have a great set of matches here today. We've got 4 schools here. We have Rosemount, Eagan, Lakeville, and Prior Lake, all competing in this wrestling competition here. So first up, we are going to be covering the Eagan Wildcats and the Prior Lake Lakers. So here we can see both teams up on the mat, shaking hands, good sportsmanship. Like to see it. And we will be getting started here very shortly. So we got a couple matches here scheduled, and it should be a good contest. Going to be kicking things off with the 107 weight class. So it looks like we are going to have, I apologize for any mispronunciations going forward. We have Eli Brecky, and that's for Eagan. And then for Prior Lake, we have Rocco. I'm just going to say first names, actually. Rocco Mikolisk. I apologize to Rocco's family. All right, we are about to get things started here. Always love seeing the lower weight classes. Wow, very fast shot there by Lakers. Early takedown. Wow, it's amazing. We're going to have to see if this is going to be a trend here for the night. So Rocco is definitely on top right now. Looks like he's doing a great job of controlling. Looks like he is looking for, what is that, a cradle? Looking for the pin here. Let's see what the ref has to say. Gonna get some back points at least. And there it is. Quick first match for you guys. So that was Rocco's taking first win. The Prior Lake Lakers against Eli Brecky. All right, so it's always fun to see how these teams stack up. Obviously, different weight classes, completely different people, so every team is going to have their strengths and weaknesses and different styles, so it's always great to see how those play out. See how the coaches, head coach for Eagan is Zach Hansen, and head coach for Prior Lake is Joe Block, I believe. So now we have 114 weight class for Eagan, Evan, and for Prior Lake, Liam Collins. Quick exchange here. Very fast-paced, especially at the lower weight classes. Going for leg there, trying to circle around. All right, Liam doing a great job, and that is going to be 2 for the takedown. All right. Ooh. Wow. So Evan was able to roll through that. So that was pretty close, but they still seem to get some back points from that. So let's see where we're at right now. All right. This could be a pin here, folks. Let's see if Evan can hold on to this. Wow, incredible. It was able to get the escape, and looks like that almost could have turned into a takedown there. So love to see that fighting spirit from Evan St. Germain of the Wildcats. And then looks like he's going to be taking the top position here. Looks like early start there, so I'm going to be resetting the position. And, you know, it's really tiring when you're on bottom and you're trying to escape from holds. It's tiring for both, obviously, but we'll see who has the better stamina. All right, so Liam Collins trying to escape. Ooh, he's kind of pushing Evan towards the front of his head, trying to get the reversal, and there he gets it. All right, we are getting a little bit further down on time here. Looking to roll around, trying to get some back points or a pin. Didn't quite get anything, no points awarded. All right. Athletes will return to the center. So right now, Liam Collins is definitely leading in points for the Lakers. Let's see if Evan St. Germain can make a comeback here. I believe there is a choice of position, so we are going to see what they end up deciding. You know, different wrestlers have different strengths, whether that's standing up or being in the top or down position, so. All right, so starting down, got a nice little sit out there, see if he can break free. Evans is trying to break free there, but Liam Collins, let's see if he was able to turn that into any back points. You can see the ref counting there. There's definitely going to be at least some back points, if not a pin. Both of these athletes really fighting, really putting in their all. You know, and having control of the wrists in this position is, well, in any position, but this especially is really crucial, because if you have control of the wrist, that gives you a lot of leverage. And I think we are seeing the extent of that leverage and what it can do here. Looking cross for another cradle. Seeing if he can get that. Really driving in. Possibly warding some back points, if not a pin here. Just some back points as of yet, but I think that's going to do it. So Liam Collins is going to take the 114-pound weight class. It's another one for the Prior Lake Lakers. Next up, we are going to have 121, Dylan St. Germain, possibly the brother of Evan from the previous weight class, and Jack Jerstad. So this is the 121 weight class. Got a lot of action happening on the other mat, which is where some of that noise is coming from. And shake hands, and we will start right away. Dylan St. Germain gets a nice single leg. He's looking for the takedown there. Able to pick him up off the mat. Wow. But Jack Jerstad is doing a great job of sprawling, not letting it come easily. So both wrestlers putting in a lot of effort here. Back to standing. And we are looking for a quick little takedown there for Dylan. Dylan of the Wildcats doing great. What is this he's looking for? Very interesting sort of position here. He's trying to get him on his back. Trying to roll him forward. I think this is a half Nelson. And now he's got both arms there, switching it into different sort of pin, so we're at least going to get some back points. It's going to be a few points there, but there's the pin. Dylan St. Germain clinching it for the 121-pound weight class. So that's going to be the Wildcats' first point here. Next up, we are going to moving on to 127. We have Andrew Stern for the Wildcats and Brody Daly for the Prior Lake Lakers. All right. Both parties are looking for snap downs right off the bat. Got some intense clinching action happening here. Really trying to wear each other down. Nice sprawl there. Nice sprawl there from Brody. All right, so looks like Andrew was able to get, oh, no points awarded there. Okay, it's behind. Looks like we can get a mat return. That's what he's looking for in this position. And they were broken apart, so no points awarded there. Some intense hand fighting happening. You know, a lot of times these wrestlers will try to really snap down their opponent's heads, and that will give them an opening to attack the legs, as we're seeing right there, some quick shots. Brody and Andrew duking it out, trying to snap down, go for that single leg, but it's not as easy as you folks at home might think. All right, getting towards the edge of the mat. Let's see here if we go out of bounds here, but see who has control here. I think they're going to give it to Andrew. Yep. So Andrew has the dominant position here. Has Brody on his back. Got some back points, possible pin here. Let's see if Brody can, nope. That is going to do it. Oh. Maybe not. That must have just been the end of the period here. So we're going to continue on and change positions. Looks like they're choosing to do standing. We're definitely going back and forth earlier in the match. So really it's anyone's match at this point. And you'll notice a lot of times as the match goes on, obviously the speed and intensity can slow down, but not in this sense. Looks like we got a nice ankle pick from Brody Daly, but will he be able to convert that? Throwing Andrew Stern down to the mat, but was not able to capitalize on that. Still standing. And they are approaching the edge of the mat. There's some nice forward pressure happening from Brody Daly there. Back to the center, really fighting for control, and there's a quick snap down and looking for a single leg. Daly's got control there. Is looking for the takedown, and he gets it. Takedown right to a very good position. There is the pin. Wow. It's very incredible. Brody Daly clinches the 127-pound weight class for the Prior Lake Lakers. Incredible. That was an amazing match. You know, you really see the spirit and being able to come back from some really bad positions and turn it into a win there. So, well, hats off to both wrestlers, but we are going to keep things going. So now we are going to have Luke Gardner for the Eagan Wildcats and Wyatt Smith for the Lakers. Right away, still looking for takedown. If he can just circle around, he will get those points. Unfortunately, he reaches the edge of the mat first. Looks like there might have been possibly a little bit of blood, just a nosebleed. It's pretty common here in wrestling, so nothing too much to worry about. So yeah, 133, we are starting to increase in weight here just a little bit. And you're definitely going to see the style of wrestling changes a little bit as you get higher up in the weight classes. Cleaning the mat, making sure it's all sanitary for everyone. So yeah, I'm very curious to see how this match plays out. You know, we've been seeing the Lakers doing incredibly well early on in this meet. So see if they can continue with that. I think they have 3 points to the Wildcats only have 1 so far. So let's see if the Wildcats can come back from that. Lakers do an incredible job getting that takedown really early on. just driving forward. That momentum is definitely something that's hard to beat. Right, still behind. Luke is trying to escape. Wyatt was looking for the mat return, but looks like Luke might be able to get a reversal here if he can hold on to it. Really holding on to that ankle for dear life. And looks like that was clasping, so it's not allowed in high school wrestling, and they are going to reset positions. Wyatt in the top position here, driving forwards, really trying to control that wrist. Luke with a sit out here. Let's see if he can stand up quickly. He's able to get to his feet. Will he be able to break the grip? And he does. That's going to be 1 point for an escape. And Wyatt there gets another takedown. Nice, looks like a double leg. Although it is right on the edge of the mat, so we're going to have to see what is rewarded. Doesn't seem like there's any clear person in a dominant position there. Turning back to the center. And this time we will have Luke Gardner. So Gardner's on top. Gardner on top. Let's see if he can hold on. This has definitely been in Smith's favor, this match so far. So I'm going to see if that continues or if Gardner is able to hold on and hopefully turn this into a pin here. Time is starting to run out, so only has so much time to do it. Gardner's doing a great job of keeping Smith on the ground. Really controlling the arms, and looks like he let go. So there is, wow. All right, so Smith was able to get back to his feet. That's going to be a 1 point escape, and we are back down, totaling for 3 points with that takedown. Right, really trying to crank forward there. Looking for, a little bit difficult to see from this position. You know, Gardner's doing a great job of defending, just kind of not letting him have control too much over his body, just waiting for that moment to spring up with some explosive energy. Smith circling around. Really controlling the elbows there. Circling around, trying to get him on his back. That is going to be the end of the period. And this is the third period. So right away, Smith is just going right for the attack, but Gardner does a great job of sprawling, not letting it happen too easily. And looks like Gardner might actually be able to circle around if he plays his cards right here. Smith does have good control of the leg, but Gardner's really looking for the pin here. Down in points. No, this is his last shot here. So if he can pull this off, this is going to be incredible. There we go. He's going to get some back points at the very least. Looking for the pin. Looking for the pin. Are we going to get it? He's really clenching with all of his might. And there we go. Wow. Comeback story there. Luke Gardner for 133. He's going to be the winner, adding some more points for the Wildcats. Wildcats are up to 12 with Prior Lake Lakers at 17. So definitely catching up. Gardner did a great job for his team there and narrowing the gap in points. So next up, we are going to have Ryder Bessie for the Wildcats and Owen Tronson for the Lakers. This is the 139-pound weight class. All right, looking for a quick takedown here. Got 2 points for the Lakers. Tronson doing a great job right out the gate. You know, that's when you have the most energy, so it makes sense to go for some of the bolder plays right away before you get too tired. And then as the match goes on, obviously, you're not quite as quick, so some of those really fast types of takedowns and such are a little bit harder to do. So still on top here, controlling the wrists. You know, Bessie's doing a great job of just staying on his stomach, not getting to his back, but Tronson really driving forwards, he's switching forwards, really grabbing. You can see him grabbing that wrist there, looking for a half Nelson. And, you know, he's really just trying a lot of things out. He's switching sides and seeing if Bessie's kind of weak or caught unawares in any spots. Here we go. He's driving forward, and Bessie is on his back. He's got to get off. He's got to archer's back, dump truck, got to do something here. Gets back onto his stomach, but looks like there were some points awarded. So we've got 16 seconds left. Eagan is at 0. Prior Lake is at 6. And let's see if we see any more points. 5 seconds left. And that's going to do it for the first period. So Owen Tronson really setting the bar during that first period. Just kind of staying in that dominant position, overpowering Bessie a little bit, but now Bessie's going to have his chance in the top position and see what he can do. So Tronson able to get to his feet, but Bessie did a great job of doing a mat return. Trying again. Ooh, and this might be a reversal here. Let's see what this turns into. No points awarded just yet. Still in a bit of a standstill here, and that is going to be 2 points reversal for Tronson. So that means that puts Tronson up at 8 points, while Ryder Bessie is still at 0. Oh, this is an important one for Eagan. Eagan at 12, Prior Lake at 17 for the school totals. So we'll see how we do up at the higher weight classes, but Lakers are really looking strong tonight. Tronson controlling that left arm of Bessie. Really reaching across the face here, looking for possible cradle. drives forward and decides to switch it up. Probably feeling some resistance from Bessie and trying to do a quick switch there. No, it's very tiring to be on bottom, but if you can conserve your energy right, whoever's on top can actually waste more than you. So when you're in this sort of position, it really comes down to who is able to use their energy the most effective that they can. And that is going to be the end of the second period. The score is still at 0 Eagan and 8 for Prior Lake. Starting in the standing position for period number 3. Tronson going for a quick single leg. Is able to drive forward and turn it into a 2-point takedown, or 3 points here. So bringing the total to 11. You know, to folks watching at home, this might not look like a whole lot is happening, but the amount of energy that these two athletes are expending really changes the dynamic of the sport, you know. 6 minutes, this is probably one of the most intense 6 minutes you could ever have in any sort of exercise sport kind of scenario where you're using your full body. So we're going to return back to the center standing. 1 minute left on the clock and in the match itself. Tronson really diving forward, still maintaining that takedown there. It's going to be another 3 points. We did get a quick reversal from Bessie, so we put a point on the board. That's always good to see. But we are looking at 14 for Tronson, which is going to be very hard to upset unless Bessie's able to get a pin or something. And they are out of bounds, going to return to the center. Time on the clock is 27.3. See if Bessie can pull something off here. That is another 3 points for Tronson, which is going to be a technical win, I believe. So it's going to clinch it for Owen Tronson with a 139-pound weight class. Ryder Bessie definitely put up a good fight, but we will keep going and see how this plays out. So we are looking at 12 for Eagan and waiting for the score to update. Next weight class, we have 145. We've got Abdi Ali for the Eagan Wildcats and Anthony Bouvet for the Prior Lake Lakers. Quick shot by Abdi Ali. A nice sprawl, and what is this? Very risky move there, putting yourself on your back, but it looks like Bouvet knows what he's doing. All right, so quick flurry there, but no points awarded. Really testing each other out. And Bouvet was able to get quick 3 for a takedown there. Rolling around, looking for some back points. Let's see if Ali can get out of this. He's able to escape the pin, but Bouvet is still in a very dominant position, controlling that, is it the left arm with both hands. So makes it very difficult to move and to get up. Circling around the head. Bouvet's got that elbow lock, looking for possible half Nelson there. Only got about 30 seconds left in the match. Anthony Bouvet in the top position for the Lakers, and Abdi Ali in the down position. Abdi Ali able to stand up. Will he be able to break free? That's a nice mat return for Anthony Bouvet. Still really controlling that arm very well. Able to stand up, Abdi Ali, but no points awarded for breaking away as the period comes to an end. See how this plays out, but score so far is 0 for Abdi Ali, the Wildcats, and 6 for Anthony Bouvet of Prior Lake Lakers. Ali looks like he was able to get a 2-point reversal there, so putting some points on the board. It's great to see. Makes it interesting. So we've got Ali starting in the top. Will he be able to hold on? Looks like Bouvet's got a lot of energy. Coming up to all fours. Able to stand up. There's a mat return and could possibly turn into a reversal here. Ali desperately trying to hold on. And Bouvet is really keeping control of that arm and is able to get the 1-point escape there. Back to standing. There's about a minute left on the clock in the second period. And you're able to get a quick takedown from Ali here. 5-7, it's a much closer match now. Looking for the takedown. He's got hold of that leg, but we got a good sprawl from Anthony Bouvet. And reaching the edge of the mat, we'll go back to center with about 30 seconds left on the clock in the second period. Definitely been able to see some incredible comebacks here from Eagan tonight. Seems like a lot of times they start off way under in points, and they are able to come back. We saw that here with one of the earlier wrestlers, and then also with Abdi Ali here. 5 seconds left. What's going on? Official is conversing with the timekeeping staff, it looks like. Adding a little bit of time. Now it's going to be 5-8. So Johnson with 8. Counting down the seconds. Ali was able to sprawl with all his might, but to no avail. Got another quick 3 right as the period ended for Bouvet. So Lakers are looking pretty good. We've got a 6-point gap between the two as we head into the third period. Starting up standing. Got some quick shot here. Trying to turn that into a single leg, looks like, for Bouvet. He's really holding on, but Ali has a great sprawl. Ooh, and he catches Bouvet in a very unfortunate roll, putting Bouvet onto his back. And that is going to add some points here. 3-point takedown for Ali, bringing the score from 5-8. So only 3 points in between these wrestlers now. We've got about a minute and 20 seconds left in the period. That is going to be some points there for the reversal and possible pin. Let's see how this plays out. Bouvet able to come back there, and he gets the pin. Final score is 8-13. Anthony Bouvet is going to clinch the 145-pound weight class for the Prior Lake Lakers. Lakers are definitely on top here, so we're going to have to wait and see if Wildcats are able to come back. Total score between the schools right now is Eagan 12, Prior Lake 28. Next up, 152-pound weight class, we have Damon Alger and John Graham. Alger and Graham duking it out. Got some very intense hand fighting happening there. Trying to snap down. Unfortunately, he snaps him right into a single leg. But looks like Alger is able to, he was almost able to turn that into something, but unfortunately Graham just had a better position there. Got the takedown, early 3-point lead. Really driving forward. Graham has Alger on his stomach, pretty flat to the ground. Alger trying to get up to his knees, up to his feet, and he does, but unfortunately is out of bounds. Going to come back, no points are awarded. Starting standing, trying to snap down again. Controlling the wrists. Alger sprawling on his hands and knees. Very quick flurry here. Right towards the edge of the mat, so Graham might be trying to stay in here. Back to the center. Back to standing. These athletes are incredible. We've got about 30 seconds left here in the first period. Current score is 1-3. Prior Lake leading. Quick shot there for Graham, the Lakers, and that turns into a takedown, bringing in his total up to 6. And that will be it for the first period. Total is Damon Alger at 1 and John Graham at 6 as we head into the second. Now we're going to get to see Alger on top, see what kind of top game he has here. Is he able to snap him down? Looks like Graham is able to get to his feet pretty quickly there, trying to escape the wrists, break them apart, as Alger is really fighting to hold on. Brings him back down to the mat, but it looks like Graham is in a leading position here. No points awarded just yet. Rolling around, and they are off the mat. It's got to be disappointing for Graham when he puts in that much effort only to be out of bounds and right back in the same position. Graham sitting out, spinning, standing up right away, and escaping. It's that easy, folks. Wow. So that's going to be another quick 1 point, bringing the total to 7 for the Prior Lake and 1 for Eagan. Definitely seeing the speed decrease just a little bit as both athletes are a bit worn out here. Not a lot of those super quick shots that we saw before. Still going for a shot. It looks like that might have been a double leg there. Alger really holding on, but not quite able to control that leg that he was holding on to. So turns into another 3-point takedown. Got about 45 seconds left in the second period. Currently 1-10. A little bit of a violation there, so we're going to come back to the center. We've got John Graham on top for the Lakers. Just trying to get Alger on his back. Nice hold there. Looking for the pin. Even if he didn't get the pin, got some nice back points, getting it to 14. We got 15 seconds left in this period. Really controlling those wrists as he walks around. And that is going to do it right before he's able to get a possible pin there. So John Graham definitely leading by a lot. We'll see if this turns into a technical win or not. Back to standing. Some hand fighting happening. Quick shot is defended. Shot by Alger, going for a double leg, shot by Graham. Alger sprawled, but did turn into a takedown, which means it is a technical. So with 1:25 left, we are going to see the winner be John Graham for the Lakers at 152. So Lakers are definitely doing much better in this contest. We'll see what the bigger weight classes have in store. Next up, we're going to have Logan Gilbertson for the Wildcats and Zach Gabler for the Lakers. Starting things off, Gilbertson and Gabler. nice fun names there. All right, quick shot is defended. Pushing, wow. Gilbertson really pushing Gabler out of the off the mat there. Very aggressive to start things off. It's like he's going to let him get up and get that 1 point. Gilbertson really controlling, driving forwards. You can just see the amount of power and the moves that he's doing here. It's very hard to fight against. Really getting close, being heavy on top, using your body weight to your advantage. Looks like Gabler is trying to hold on. Current score is 6 points for Eagan and 1 point for Prior Lake. So Gilbertson is definitely leading here. This would be a great win if it turns out that way for Eagan, because they are down by a lot. School points are 12-33 at the moment. Got another 1 point escape for Prior Lake. And Gilbertson just keeps going after it, looking for another takedown here. It was a little bit less graceful than some of the other ones. Not great position he put himself into. Gabler able to really hold on to that leg, trying to turn this into his own takedown here. And that is going to be a return to the center. Looks like we've got about 10 seconds left. So it looks like Logan Gilbertson is very confident He was letting Gabler just kind of get up, get those quick little escape points. Maybe he's looking for a technical if he's that confident in himself. But, you know, if you really tire yourself out in the beginning, those couple points can really start to add up as you really get tired and might not have the same kind of technique that you had at the beginning. So we're having a little bit of a timeout here. Wrestlers talking to their coaches. As we come back to the center. So once again, Zach Gabler, Logan Gilbertson. Gilbertson up 6 to Gabler's 2. Gilbertson again with a nice, I think that was a takedown there. We are going to be switching positions. So you can really see a lot of the power, and a lot of times these contests turn into a contest between strength and technique. Sometimes some wrestlers have both of them, but it's really a balance. So you can definitely see the raw power that Logan Gilbertson has. He's really just kind of throwing Gabler around, but Gabler is very nimble, and he's able to escape from a lot of the heat that Gilbertson's throwing at him. So that's another one for Gilbertson. So Gilbertson got another takedown, but there was another escape for Gabler. So that brings the total to 9 Eagan, 3 Prior Lake. Right towards the edge of the mat. Looks like there might have been some more blood possibly. It's pretty normal. Just a little nosebleed or something like that. Could also be the headgear. So we'll have to see. So, you know, the coaches for Gabler really probably trying to come up with a great strategy to throw off Gilbertson, because he's been very dominant in this match so far. You know, Gabler has been able to get those escapes. He definitely has a really good speed advantage. As you see, he nimbly hops over Gilbertson there, but Gilbertson just kind of overpowering him with that takedown. If you're able to get those good points, another escape for Gabler and another takedown. So this is rapidly approaching technical area. So we have about a minute left. 15 for Eagan, 5 for Prior Lake. Gonna see how this plays out here. Of course, Gilbertson looking for the technical is going to let Gabler escape again. And then looks for a throw. Not the best technique, but you know, strength definitely makes up for it in some cases. Right towards the bottom. Looking for a possible pin with about 20 seconds left. Not a pin, but he did get some back points. And I think that might just do it. Getting that technical win that he was looking for. Nice win for Eagan. Eagan definitely needed some wins, so it's good to see some of the higher weight classes cleaning up the scoreboard there. So we are going to be moving on, folks, to 172. So we've got Jonah Jensen for the Wildcats and Charlie Nelson for the Lakers. Starting things off. Very quick, looking for some snap downs, controlling the wrists. You know, Charlie Nelson really trying to look for that snap down. little bit tied up here. Looks like Charlie does have a little bit of an advantage. He is controlling the wrists and arms pretty handily of Jensen. Able to snap him down and turn around, turning it into a takedown. So we are going to have 2 points, or 3 points there for the takedown. Early lead. Got about a minute left in the first period. Charlie Nelson circling around. And he is going to let Jonah Jensen up. Usually when wrestlers do that, that means they're pretty confident in their ability to take the opponent down, and they are willing to sacrifice that 1 point for the 2 points they will get for a takedown. So was able to get a little ankle pick, single leg right there. Not quite turned into an official takedown yet, but he is driving forward. You know, Jensen doing a great job of holding on, not letting it be too easy here. Looks like he's got an arm under Nelson's arm, and the period is going to end. So Nelson definitely on top here. Jensen putting up a good fight, but you can see the height difference between the two, and you'll start seeing that more and more in these higher weight classes, where it's truly a battle of reach and height versus strength and muscle with maybe not as much height. So definitely plays into different styles that the wrestlers might have. And, you know, maybe when you're standing up, height might be more of an advantage. And as you get down to the mat, as we're seeing right now, that extra muscle is really going to let you control your opponent a lot more handily. So controlling the wrist, Nelson doing a great job trying to drive forward, turn his opponent around. You know, digging his head in, that's a great way to gain a little bit of leverage against your opponent, really using all parts of your body. Driving forward, looking for a half Nelson, circling around. Looks like Jensen is able to get in a better position and is able to get a reversal there. So that is great to see for Jensen. And Nelson might be regretting some of those escape points that he was letting his opponent get. Score is now 3-6. Prior Lake still leading. Got about 35 seconds left in this period. So Jensen on top here. Nelson might be saving a little bit of his energy. You know, it takes a lot of energy to pull off some of those takedowns and moves that he was doing earlier, so he might be a little bit tired out. We'll have to see how this plays out here. Jensen, got about 5 seconds. Let's see if he's able to pull something off. And not quite able to do it. That was very impressive, though. That reversal, I'm sure many of you folks at home weren't expecting to see that, but you know, you never can really call these things until they're done. Back to standing. We'll see if Jensen's height is able to give him a little bit of an advantage, maybe doing some ankle picks. If Nelson's not careful, it could be dangerous, but looks like Nelson's able to go for a takedown, really using his head to drive in, and doing a great job of controlling Jensen's spot there. Really duking it out here. Could be anyone's match. not fully decided yet. You know, Jensen is on top, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's in the best position. No points yet awarded. Still 3-6. No, Nelson just desperately holding on to that leg, trying to turn it into something, and Jensen's really just pushing the face around, crossing the face, and that's what turns it into that, I believe it was a reversal. So, yeah, Jonah Jensen, the reversal king here. Got about 30 seconds left. We are all tied up at 6-6 in the third period, so could be anyone's match at this point. All tied up, 15 seconds left, 6-6. You know, some of those early escape points really come back to haunt you at this point. And Jensen is able to get a cradle, turning it into a last-second win. Believe. At least some back points, right? We'll have to see what the official says. Looks like a pin to me, but I guess I'm not there to see it right up close to see what they say. So Jonah Jensen really comeback of the century there. So he was definitely down by a good amount and was able to get those reversals. And I think Nelson was probably just running out of steam there, putting a lot of energy right at the beginning and not quite able to turn it into anything and running out of it towards the end. And, you know, Jensen was able to capitalize. Coaches and officials are deliberating. You know, it was very close, 6-6 in the last second. It's a really tough call here because that call is what determines that that match. So let's see what they have. Shake hands, and they are going to give it to Jonah Jensen of the Wildcats. Another very needed Wildcat win here at this tournament. So we're going to get things going right away again, wasting no time. For 189, we have Alex Lowe's for the Wildcats and Tommy Wyckoff for Prior Lake. Wyckoff and Lowe's going at it. Both of them getting in some very fast hand fighting. You'll see that happen a lot here. Towards the beginning, it's very fast paced, and it slows down a lot towards the end. So going for a single leg there is Lowe's. Lowe's driving forward, transitioning into a double, but right at the edge of the mat. He keeps holding on there for a couple seconds longer, and he really wanted that. Let's see if he's able to get another one. No points yet, no points awarded.
And number 1, Prior Lake and Eagan, varsity 172-pound match completed. The winner, the decision was 8-6.
Yeah, Lowe's sprawling, and they are out of bounds.
Jensen of the Wildcats, 8-6 decision.
So, no, both of them pretty similarly built. They both have a bit of height. So we'll see how this plays out here. Lowe's and Wyckoff. Slowing down just a little bit. Ooh! And looks like Wyckoff was caught a little bit off guard there, adjusting his headset or something, and or headgear rather. Not something you want to do in the middle of a match when you have a opponent that is ready to pounce. The Wildcats definitely know how to pounce. Lowe's is on top here, looking to break down the defenses of Wyckoff. Wyckoff still on his knees, looking to stand up. Slowly raising himself up, getting to his feet. See if Lowe's is able to do a nice mat return. Crouching down into a bit of a turtle position there. Not letting himself go to the stomach just yet. And Lowe's is doing a great job of controlling the legs, just really preventing Wyckoff from getting to his feet. And you know, a lot of times it's not necessarily about who is doing the most, but who's doing the least, conserving the most energy, because that can really come back to play a big part towards the end of the game. Back to their feet. We've got 3 points for Eagan, so 3-0. Really clinching up there, maybe trying to snap him down to create an opening for a takedown. And there it is. Really fast single leg. Will he be able to convert? Looks like Wyckoff is trying to go towards the edge of the mat, but is not able to get there. That's still going to be 3 points for Egan's Lowe's, bringing the total to 6 Eagan and 0 Prior Lake. Lowe's is really doing a great job of controlling right now. He's definitely has a great takedown game, but we'll see if that translates into a good mat game here.
Man number 2, Lakeland North, Rosemount Varsity, 160-pound match completed. The winner. 4-1 was the decision. The winner, Ty Salter of the Rosemount area.
Looking for, looks like that might be a cradle,
4-1 decision for Ty
but not a great position there for Lowe's. Looks like Wyckoff is not a stranger to being on the mat. Knows how to prevent those types of easy pins from happening. Got about 20 seconds left in this second period. Score is 6-0 with Alex Lowe's leading. Right on the edge. Wyckoff, Tommy Wyckoff getting to his feet. And they're going to end it right there. Didn't stop the time quite yet, but let's see if they reverse that. Alex Lowe's starting top. We're going to see Tommy Wyckoff just trying to explode right away, I think. He's definitely got some speed. Knows how to slowly get to his knees, then get to his feet. And I think we're going to see some explosive energy here right as we're about to end. Able to get to his feet, but only 3 seconds left, so weren't able to turn that into a escape. Score right now is 6 for the Wildcats and 0 for the Lakers in this match. This is the third and final period. Right now, Alex Lowe's has been leading a lot with those great takedowns that he's able to do, and we get another example of that. Just masterful the way that he's able to turn those single legs, just really clinch up like an anaconda and control his opponent. So, reaching across the face right here, looking to turn that into possible cradle. But, you know, I will say Tommy Wyckoff is doing a great job. We haven't really seen him on his stomach at all. He's always able to stay on his knees, and this might turn into a reversal, possible back points. Nice reversal, putting points on the board, 9-3. So Tommy Wyckoff, top position right now. Oh, just 2 points, scratch that. Although we only have 45 seconds left in the match, so it is 9-2 right now with Eagan leading. going to be very difficult for Prior Lake to make up the difference unless they are able to get a pin. 30 seconds. It's going to have to put something together here real quick. Officiant is a little bit annoyed that it seemed like the clock was running a little bit longer than it should have, but we will be getting going here again shortly. Only a few weight classes left here. Score between the schools total at Eagan at 20, Prior Lake at 33. So Prior Lake is still definitely leading, even though the last few matches have gone Eagan's way. So Wyckoff, top position, but it looks like Alex Lowe's was able to get a escape for 1 point, bringing his total to 10. And we've only got 17 seconds left in the match. Back to standing. Tommy's gonna have to pull something together here if he wants to win. It's gonna be pretty difficult. His headgear's coming off. It's very unfortunate when that happens, right when you're right in the middle of a match. He's able to get a few points, up to 5, but unfortunately it is not enough. He did a great job right towards the end there, putting some points together, but it's still going to go to Alex Lowe's of Eagan. You know, that's another case of spending a lot of energy early and might not paying off for you in the end. So, all right, that was 189. We are moving on to 215. We've got Chris Garcia for Eagan and Isaiah Olabode for the Lakers. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Olabode. All right, so as we get up here in the weight classes, you might see some of the tactics start to change a little bit as your energy and the stamina that you have become a little bit more of a factor. Starting off strong right away here. Very quick. Got some great forward momentum by Chris Garcia. Garcia just charging forward. Bit on his back foot now. We've got Olabode taking his time to come forward. Looking for some snap downs there. Whoa. Got a little bit of fighting perhaps, or some fighting words on the match there. That is not what we like to see. Not great sportsmanship. Let's try to keep it clean, guys, but it's bound to happen sometimes. Let's hope it doesn't affect the rest of the match too much. It's like we're getting a stern talking to from the coaches. You know, tempers definitely can run high in these types of environments, so let's see what this turns into. Maybe they can use that to fuel some sort of athletic. Ooh, there we go. Olabode using his momentum to his advantage. Doesn't quite turn into anything just yet, but if he can just circle around there, that will be a nice takedown for him. Unfortunately, seems like Garcia is able to escape, so Eagan is still up. Garcia is still up by 1 point. And that is going to be more than 1 point as he turns that into a takedown. Just charging straight forward towards the edge of the mat. And they're going to have to return to the center. So Garcia will be on the top position there. They're breaking him down, but Olabode is still on his knees, able to get up to his feet, but not quite able to turn into something. He's able to turn to face Garcia. So Garcia really is not in a great position here. Olabode's looking for a single leg. Hasn't quite turned into a reversal. Only 15 seconds left. Will he be able to turn it into something? We'll have to wait and see. 10 seconds. Still has a single leg. 5 seconds left. He's got to go for it now. And that is going to be quick takedown. Putting points on the board there. So far, going into the second period, we have Chris Garcia at 4 and Isaiah Olabode at 2. Olabode's going to be top position this time. We'll get to see how his mat game is when he's on the ground. Trying to control the arms and the leg at the same time. Let's see what he's looking for here. Is he looking for... Oh, Garcia able to come around. Looking for a reversal. Not quite there just yet. That is going to be a 1-point escape as they are back to standing. That was a very unfortunate roll for Olabode as Garcia was able to turn that into a quick point there. Out of bounds, returning back to the center. The score is currently 5 for Eagan, 2 for Prior Lake. And as we're getting up here, the points between the two schools definitely still up for grabs. If Eagan can win these next 2 games, then that's going to be great for them. Wow, didn't quite turn into a takedown, but that was a very close call for them. About a minute left in the second period. You can see that both wrestlers are definitely tired out. When you get this tired, it really becomes a matter of how quick your reactions are, especially when you're in the standing position here. If you can get onto the ground, then whoever's on top is going to have a little bit of an easier time. But standing, you just need to use your momentum. There he goes. Nice throw for Garcia, turning that into a takedown. 30 seconds left in this period. Got 8 for Eagan and 2 for Prior Lake. Still on top. Olabode is able to sit out, but Garcia turning that into a quick cradle for 2 points. Up to 10 seconds left. 10-2 as the seconds count down. All right, that's going to be the end of the second period. Going into the third, we have Chris Garcia at 10 and Isaiah Olabode at 2. You can just see the sweat glistening off them because they are both tired. At this point, when you're minutes into the match, it's very hard to pull off those really quick shots that you used to be able to. Back to the center. And both standing. Let's see what this turns into. Doing some hand fighting, trying to clinch up here. Looks like Garcia was looking for a leg hook or something there. Not sure what that was. A lot more tired. Got about a minute left. Ooh, Olabodi is able to use the momentum. Would have gotten a takedown, but it was out of bounds, so there are no points awarded, unfortunately for him. Back to standing. These two are really trying to use some momentum. Garcia was able to use that leg hook move that he did before, but unfortunately, again, out of bounds. Got about a minute left. The score is still 10-2. You can hear there's some excitement coming from the other mat, the Irish and the Panthers. Olabodi and Garcia still going at it. About 30 seconds left in the third period. This is going to be the end of their match. Let's see if they can pull something off. Olabodi's definitely had some really great moments. Unfortunately, some of those have been outside of the boundaries of the mat. Let's see if he can pull something off within the boundaries. He's got some momentum going, but Garcia is able to reverse that against him. Maybe looking for a half Nelson here. About 15 seconds left in the third period. Garcia might be happy to just kind of stay there and let his points on the board do the talking. Or not. He's got him on his back, looking for some back points as the seconds count down. Extra 2. Final score is going to be 15 to Chris Garcia as he clinches the 215-pound weight class. Great job. That is going to put Eagan up to 27 within striking distance of Prior Lake. Now, I'm not sure exactly what the rules are in high school for if there is a tie on the team level, but we're going to be moving to 285. Cole Will for the Wildcats and Brock Zern for the Lakers. Now, Eagan really needs to win this one if they want to be in the run here. But Lakers also need to if they want to secure that clean victory. It's really anyone's game. A nice snap down right away by Brock Zern. He's really trying to create an opening for himself to do a takedown. Trying to snap, and then as Cole Will's head pops up, he will be a little bit disoriented and make it easier for a nice single or double leg takedown. But it is actually Cole Will who goes for the takedown right away. A nice double leg, picking Brock Zern up off the ground. That is incredible. Cole Will on top as they are at the edge of the mat. Let's see if they stay in bounds or if they walk right off. We got about 45 seconds left in this first period. Cole Will still on top. Brock Zern is able to stand up rather quickly, gets a nice one-point escape right away. Him trying to snap down Cole Will's head. They're both, seems like, going for the same strategy, trying to control each other's wrists. Very important. And see if, ooh, nice quick shot by Cole Will. Doesn't quite turn into anything, well defended by Brock Zern. Got about 10 seconds left. Are we going to see any more points on the board? Does not look like it. So, end of the first period, we are looking at Cole Will for Eagan at 3 and Brock Zern for the Prior Lake Lakers at 1. So Eagan's currently up. They really need this last game. No, Colwell can't give up too many of these escape points because they really start eating into your lead. And there he goes, one more. So it's only 3-2 now. So even though that was an incredible takedown that he got earlier, he's already got 2 points for the escape from Brock Zern.
Oh, they're out.
Another nice takedown, but unfortunately, no cigar. Out of bounds. Back to the center. Athletes really turning this into a very heated match here. Seem to be evenly matched in a lot of ways, so we're going to see how this turns out. Brock Zern has a little bit of a height advantage, but looks like Cole Will might have a little bit more time in the weight room, possibly. All right, back to the center. We've got about 50 seconds in this second period. You know, it's really tiring when they are clinched up like that, really fighting for control. It's a very fast way to tire yourself out, and that's the perfect opportunity for someone who's a little bit more with it to take that leap and go for the takedown if they get the chance.
Come on, short time, hit it.
Only 15 seconds left, still 3-2. Still standing up. Oh, Brock Zern goes for a takedown, and it does not result in that for him, as Cole is able to sprawl and get that nice 3 points, bringing the total to 6 for Eagan and 2 for the Lakers. Starting off the third and final period of this contest between the two schools. Brock Zern on top. He's able to get Cole Will onto his stomach. So that's not really where you want to be. You want to be on your knees usually. Though that does open you up to some types of pins. So trying to really chop that arm. Although that looks like that could have been a little bit too much. Usually when you're doing that, it's more of a push, but that seemed almost like a karate chop there. So I really hope Cole Will is all right. Looked pretty painful. Let's see if this results in anything. It's not what we want to see here. You know, especially if you have your arm really firmly planted on the mat like that, there's not really any give in it for. Usually someone might be trying to chop the arm and grab it with their other wrist, but if it's very firmly planted on the mat, there's nowhere for it to go, and that can easily turn into a fracture or something worse. So hope it's nothing too bad, but we'll just have to wait and see. Once again, this is the final weight class between the Eagan Wildcats and the Prior Lake Lakers. Score between the two schools currently stands at Eagan 27, Prior Lake 33. So if Eagan was able to get the 6 points, I believe, for a win, that would bring them up to a tie. So something to think about. We'll see what's going to happen here as the medic might check out Cole Will. You know, and I'm sure that Brock Stern didn't mean to do that, because that is definitely a very common move that a lot of wrestlers will do. It's what I used to do myself back when I wrestled. You try to, if you're on top, chop the arm, and then basically grab it with your other arm so that it's kind of a diagonal wrist grab, if that makes any sense to anyone. But really throws your opponent off balance and makes it easier to turn them over for a potential half Nelson or something like that. So Cole Will, he's got some bandages on, and looks like he is back in the game. That is incredible. So hope that it's not hurting him too much, but he's definitely fighting through it. So we're going to see how this plays out. He's definitely showing some great strength here. Not just physically, but emotionally as well. Now, obviously, we don't want to see Brock going for that same arm, because that wouldn't be very sportsmanlike in my opinion, but we'll just have to see what happens. Obviously, you can't be too nice to your opponent. After all, this is a sporting event. Still has him on his belly. We've got about 1 minute left in the third period.
Stalling.
Current score is 7-2.
Let's go. Run it over.
You know, and I think that Cole Will is just trying to hold on. He definitely has a lead, so if he can just stay where he's at right now, then he's going to win this one.
Stalling. Come on.
We've got about 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left, and this is going to be the final period. We got 1 point awarded for stalling to Prior Lake, bringing the total to 7-3. Official might have something to say about that.
What's going on?
We're going to switch it. We've only got 17 seconds left. We've got another couple points here for the Prior Lake Lakers, bringing the total to 7-5. So only 2-point difference here. Now, back to standing. They're going to need some sort of takedown if Prior Lake wants to take this. Only 10 seconds left. Final period.
Let's go.
He needs to go for the takedown. 3, 2, 1.
Right now.
And Brock Stern is not able to get anything. The final total is going to be 8 for Eagan and 5 for Prior Lake. It means Cole Will is going to take the 285-pound weight class, and that's going to bring the total to, what is it here, 30 for Eagan and 33 for Prior Lake. So Prior Lake still able to hold on to that victory. It was a very close last match. Definitely could have decided it, but you know, great job to all the wrestlers out there. They definitely tried really hard. We got some great matches out there today. We saw that Prior Lake seems to be very strong for the lower weight classes, and then Eagan is pretty strong in the higher weight classes. So we'll have to see how this turns out in future matchups. But we're going to take a break in a little bit and then move on to, let's see what we have next. We have Eagan going against Rosemount. So we've got 4 schools here. Action doesn't stop. We're going to be coming back in just a little bit. But yeah, great first performance by these 2 schools. You know, they're probably a little bit tired now, so these next matches that we have might be a little bit slower paced than this first one. We'll just have to wait and see.
Their scoreboard is on the east wall, the larger of the two scoreboards. Mat number 2, near mat to your right. Round 2 will be the Lakeville North Panthers and the Fire Lake Lakers. Fire Lake will be the home team. Their dual meet is being scored on the scoreboard to your left on the west wall, the smaller of the two scoreboards. Fire Lake is the home team. Their score appears under Wildcats. Lakeville North is the visiting team. Their score appears under Best. Underway on mat number 1, Rosemount Eagan.
Really doing a great job controlling, but you know, Brecky's still holding his own, still on his knees. If you're on your knees, that means you have the opportunity to come to your feet pretty quickly here. And Brecky is kind of sitting out and might have the opportunity to stand up here pretty soon. William Brunswold still maintaining offense. It's up to 7 now. Only got 30 seconds left in this second period. Brecky really trying to hold on. About 15 seconds. We're going to change positions here. Still have Brunswold on top, starting in the middle again. Only about 10 seconds left in this second period. Rolling over, potentially getting some back points here. That'll do it. We've got another 3 for Brunswold, bringing his total up to 10. Eagan still at zip. All right, third and final period of the 107-pound weight class. Got William Brunswold versus Eli Brecky. Now, both of these wrestlers are probably a little bit tired out from their first matchup. But they're here to do it again. You know, Brecky doing a great job controlling wrists. He lets go a little bit there. He's not really holding on to much. That's really big, is you got to make sure that you are controlling your opponents so that they don't have their hands free. If they have their hands free, that gives them the opportunity to stand up. Looks like Brunswold is doing a great job of just really kind of closing himself off, not really giving Brecky much of a chance to grab onto a whole lot. Still on his knees, good place to be. And might be able to get a bit of a reversal here. So Brunswold able to stand up and face to turn on Becky. And it's going to give him another few points here, going up to 11. So we've got about 40 seconds here, but you know, if Brecky isn't careful, this could turn into a technical for Brunswold, which I believe is worth more points for the school than just a pin on its own. Oh, about 20 seconds left here. Well, it's very tiring being on the mat, for sure. Constant struggle. Got about 10 seconds left. Looking for a half Nelson, looks like. Circling around. Got a couple back points there. That's going to be an extra 2 points, bringing the total to 14, which I believe is 1 off from a technical. So William Brunswold still won the match, but he wasn't able to probably get that technical that he was quite looking for. But, you know, great job. He was a bit shorter than Eli Brecky, so that's incredible that he was able to pull that off. It shows you that height isn't always the most important thing. On time, it's technique and putting that time in the weight room. All right, so moving on to 114-pound weight class. For Eagan, we have Evan St. Germain, and for the Irish, we have Chris Dillard. So Dillard on the bottom right now. Looks like St. Germain was able to get a quick little takedown there. Looks like we still have St. Germain on top. Really trying to work on Dillard, but you know, they're giving it their all and not really having very much opportunity except for there. Now, it's a very unfortunate roll. Really trying to arch their back, maybe looking for a dump truck kind of move where they throw their opponent off of them. But yeah, it's very difficult to pull off, especially when you're in that vulnerable position like they are right now. So Got about 40 seconds left. They're just going to let go and go back to a standing position here. So definitely some quick speed is on St. Germain's side as he goes for another quick takedown. And this puts him in a much better position for that nice pin, which he very easily got right there. A little bit of encouragement for the crowd. We always like to see that. And yeah, putting some points on the board. So right now we have Eagan at 6, Rosemount at 4. Now this is the first time in the night we've seen Eagan up. So we'll have to see if this trend sticks around or it's just a fluke. All right, next up for 127, I believe we have Caden Christensen and 121, Camden Salter, Camden Salter, and Dylan St. Germain. I apologize. So the St. Germain brothers definitely pulling their weight for Eagan here. We are up to 127, so that was a very quick match. I actually missed it myself. I apologize for the viewers at home. I was looking at notes, making sure I got names correctly, but sometimes that just is how it happens. It's a very quick one. So we are up to 127. The score between the schools is 12-5, and we are now at Andrew Stern for Eagan and leave Caden Christensen. All right, so the Irish definitely holding their own. We're still at a 0-0 score between the two wrestlers. Still in the standing position. We'll have to see what this turns into here. Definitely yanking on each other's heads, trying to wear each other down, looking for a quick snap where they can turn that into a takedown. Fighting for hand control, some hand fighting there, and a quick little shot there by the Wildcats. Looking for that single leg, trying to circle around, but you know the Irish are great at sprawling, so not making it too easy for them. Back to standing. Score still 0-0, about 30 seconds left in the first period. Got some wrist control from the Irish. No, they've definitely been a bit aggressive, and we'll see if this keeps going. They're on the offense here. Got the forward momentum going. 1 second left, and that's going to be the end of the first period. Still at 0-0, so you know, it could be anyone's game at this point. Got a little talking too from the coaches, see if they have some strategy for the wrestlers that they can share. Looks like there might have been a little bit of nosebleed or something like that, maybe just some sweat. Well, not quite sure from all the way back here, but just want to make sure the mat's sanitary. You know, that's a very big thing in wrestling. We always make sure that there's no chances of getting ringworm or anything like that, so our schools do a great job of making sure the kids are safe out there. Coming back to the center of the mat, we have Andrew Stern Looks like he wants to be on bottom. So a lot of times you might see this if they know that they are super fast, and we see that right there. He has a very quick sit out, turns into standing up, and was so close to making that into an escape, but just unfortunately was right out of bounds. And is able to do the exact same thing, even though the Irish had a chance to see it once. He's able to do it again. Just shows how confident he is in that move and his speed, and he should be. First point on the board goes to Eagan. Driving forward, looking for the takedown. Unfortunately, right off the mat again. It's a very frustrating part as a wrestler of this sport, is that it is so easy to go out of bounds. Even when you have a great move or a great strategy that you've been able to employ, it's just right out of bounds. So can't really see it in the thick of it, but just something you have to watch out for. Driving forward is Andrew Stern for Eagan. And looks like the Irish were able to get a little bit of a takedown there, but again, right outside the mat, so no points awarded. Driving forward, both fighting for the momentum, but you know, momentum can be used against you, so it's not always the best thing. You know, if you snap someone down, you could be snapping them down right onto your legs, and that's not a great look for you. So onto their knees and back up to their feet they go. You know, really putting some pressure, looking for that single leg, but it's not the best position. If you drive and you just put enough momentum and energy into it, it can turn into something, as it did right there. So got about 30 seconds left in the second period. With that current takedown that just happened, puts Eagan up at 4, Rosemount at 0. So Andrew Stern is definitely doing great by his school. And this is great to see because, you know, at the last match that we just covered earlier tonight, it seems like some of the earlier matches definitely went in Prior Lake's favor, so it's nice to see that these later weight classes for the Eagan boys are getting some love, and they're able to put some points on the board for their school. No points awarded there. We're going to be moving into period number 3. Once again, Eagan at 4, Rosemount at 0. So Eagan in the top position, Rosemount Irish in the bottom. Let's see if they have the same kind of quick standing up that Eagan does. Doesn't look like it. You know, Andrew Stern was ready for him. Yeah, Stern has a great sit out if you guys saw that before. And, you know, just the Irish couldn't replicate that because he was ready for it. So Irish are slowly getting up to their knees, which is great. You always want to do that if you're trying to get up to your feet. Once you're on your belly, it becomes a little bit harder. You can really feel the weight of your opponent on you much more when you're on your belly, and can't really stand up from that position. So, you know, a lot of great wrestlers will use their body weight to their advantage, and looks like we have some back points here. Possible reversal. I think they were trying to get a pin, but it was a very risky position that Stern put himself in. So got about a minute left in the third period, minute left in the match. You got to be careful when going for some of those pinning combinations because they can put you at a pretty vulnerable position yourself if you don't have a really firm hold. So we'll see what this turns into. He's got the he had the opposite wrist there. He's holding on to it. You know, that's what I used to do back in the day when I wrestled. It does a great job of preventing your opponent from getting up onto their elbows. And, you know, if they want to get onto their feet, it usually goes elbows, knees, feet. So if you can break that chain, then you can break that ability for them to do so. Still on top is Andrew Stern. Got about 20 seconds left in this third period. See if we can put some more points on the board. It's currently 4-0. Seems like might be content to just hold right there and let things happen as they do on the scoreboard. And that is going to be it. So great match between the two. Pretty close, but it did end up going to Eagan's Andrew Stern for 127. Next up, we are going to be moving up to the 133-pound weight class. Once again, for Eagan, we have Luke Gardner, and for the Rosemount Irish, we have Jace Salter. Salter, yes. Salter and Gardner. All right, both have the white wrestling shoes on. Ooh, and that was a very nice spin move by Salter right there. Unfortunately, it didn't turn into anything, but could have been a little bit risky, but it was very pretty to watch. So we'll see if he has any more fancy moves like that moving forward. Really nice, I guess that was a takedown, but it looked more like a reversal. And this nice penny move here. He really has a lot of tricks up his sleeve, so don't know what they're teaching them over at Rosemount, but maybe we need to learn a couple of tricks from them. So quick 3 points for Rosemount. Salter definitely has great technique, so it's always interesting to see when there's wrestlers with very obvious technique that they are employing, because you can see if the other wrestler maybe just has strength, how technique plays up against strength. But we'll see how this turns out. We've got about 30 seconds left in this first period. Still on top, still fighting for control, but Gardner is going up to his knees, looking to get up to his feet, looking for a sit-out right here. Might be able to do it. Salter's really going to have to drive forward and shut that down. We've got about 10 seconds left. Any chance for points? Quick sit-up, and unfortunately nothing right there. So current score is still 0 Eagan and 3 Rosemount. Jace Salter is doing a great job of controlling. But, you know, Gardner is definitely still fighting up on his knees, you know, not giving up. We'd like to see that. And he's going to get a chance to be on top now, and we'll see what he has in store. So Jace Salter still on his knees. Looks like he was trying to almost pull Gardner up over his head to get a reversal that way, but you know, Gardner was smart enough to not let that happen. And Jace Salter up to his feet. Is he going to be able to break free? That is a 1-point escape. Going to add to his total, bringing it up to 4-0. Oh, but oh my gosh. What is this? Luke Gardner is able to get a nice takedown and some back points at the very least, almost a pin. Quick reversal by Rosemount. This is a very fast match, ladies and gentlemen. Some fast points on the board. It could really go anyone's way at this point. So we have Eagan at 3, Rosemount at 6. That was a very risky position for Jace Salter. I don't think he was expecting that, and he really has to watch out. Looking for some sort of a half Nelson, perhaps, going cross-face for cradle as official wants them to go back to the center. So the clock is still running. I hope they fix that. Still in the second period. Current score is Eagan 3, Rosemount 7. Finally did stop the clock, so that's good to see. You know, you have to wonder, seems like Jay Salter definitely has some technique, but maybe he's trying some of these fancier, flashier moves that are also riskier at the same time. You know, it'd be great to be able to pull one of these things off, but you're also putting yourself at potentially bad position where you're on your back. So it's just something that comes up, especially with a lot of younger athletes, is they want to show what they can do, but you have to be a little bit more conservative and make sure that you're being safe at the same time. So quick sit out by Jake Gardner, starting off the second period, or not starting off, sorry. Got about 30 seconds left. Just a little break there. Working his way around. Still has a really nice hold on Gardner's elbow there. Jace is doing a great job, really working all angles, switching sides. He's very, very creative as a wrestler, just being able to try lots of different combinations and see what will work. Really driving around and doing a little bit of a, I don't know what that would be called, a little somersault to his feet. Very, what would that be called? Having good control of your body. I know a lot of these wrestlers, they will do flips and somersaults and handstands and all sorts of gymnastics kinds of moves, because wrestling is definitely a sport about being in control of your body. So it's always fun to see when they pull a couple of those out on the mat. So current score is Eagan 6, Eagan 7, Rosemount 6. So Eagan is actually up to 8 now with that escape, and I think that wasn't a very good choice by Salter, because I don't know if he realizes that he's actually down in points now. So every little escape point that you're giving to your opponent for free is not a great choice. I think that perhaps Salter has more faith in his standing up game and his takedowns, but still very risky. 8-6. Got about 1:30 left in the third period. To the ground. Nice little takedown there for Eagan. So Gardner started off a little slow, but he's definitely coming back and really showing his strength and his stamina here, his perseverance. And that's definitely a big part of wrestling. You know, it's not all about flashy moves and having some technical skills. Sometimes it's about good old-fashioned grit, perseverance. So looks like that might be a little bit of what we're seeing as they go out of bounds. So he was able to get an extra few points there. So Luke Gardner is up to 11, while Jay Salter is still at 6, down 5 points when he started up. So about 40 seconds left here in this last period. Luke Gardner really doing a great job of just staying on top, breaking Salter down, trying not to let him get to his feet, although Salter, to his credit, is not going down easy. About 20 seconds left. Salter's gonna need to pull something out big here if he wants to make it happen. It's a pretty difficult ask if you're on the bottom position. Turning around, trying to get to his feet with 5 seconds left. Is able to get there, but it is too late. So very good match between the two athletes, and it is going to go to Luke Gardner for the 133-pound weight class. It's going to put some more points on the board for Eagan as we move up to 139. So 139, we have Ryder Bessie for Eagan, and it's either Luke Sanborn or Jacob Sampers. Looks like there's a couple different wrestlers for the Irish. So Wildcats and Irish going at it. Getting tied up pretty early on. Quick little shot, but nice sprawl by the Irish. And Irish seem to be having a little bit of control, even though the Wildcats are going for the shots. Towards the edge of the mat, so you got to be careful there. And it looks like for a second the Wildcats were going to be able to have a nice little takedown, but Irish were able to reverse that pretty quickly, get some points, and get some back points as well. So already up to 6 for the Irish. Got about 40 seconds left in this first period for the 139-pound weight class. The team points for the two schools are Eagan 18, Rosemount 5. So Eagan is definitely up in this second match between the schools. They lost against Prior Lake, but it looks like they might have a little bit easier time with Rosemount. All right, returning to the center of the mat. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of a break here for possible bloody nose. So Irish definitely have a very strong lead in this match, and the school definitely needs the point. So I'm guessing the coaches are really counting on them to be able to put some points on the board for them. Head coaches for the Irish are Brett Larson and Tyler Kukas, and we'll have to see some of their strategy play out here. Head coach for Eagan, Zach Hansen, has been doing a great job with the kids, and you can definitely see some of the training that they've put in on the mats translating into these matches today. Back at it. We only have a few seconds left in this first period, so nothing might. See if anything happens. Not quite. So going to period 2 once again. Eagan at 0, Rosemount at 8. Right away, Eagan is able to get up to their feet, but unable to break the hold and get that escape point. You know, it is very important to have that really quick burst of energy right off the jump, but that mat return from the Irish was nothing to scoff at. So really working that elbow in there, turning around and making a very difficult position for Ryder Bessie. So Bessie's still on. Oh, Bessie was able to get a nice little reversal there. Quick 2 points, putting him on the board. Looks like he's going for a possible cradle, but is riding up a little bit too high. And looks like the Irish are trying to use that to their advantage. It can be risky riding up that high because if the person on bottom is able to throw you over their heads, then you could not only be in a reversal position, but on your back as well. All right, so starting again with 35 seconds on the clock. And Bessie is on top here. Let's see, we looking for a sit out, the Irish are, but Bessie was able to get this cradle. We're gonna see if this turns into anything, because Bessie is down by a lot of points, 6 points at the moment. So if he was able to pull out a pin, this is going to be really big. 8 seconds left on the clock. No, Irish did a good job getting back to their stomach, but that was a very uncomfy position for them. 3 points, bringing the total to Eagan 5, Rosemount 8. So the gap between them is definitely narrowing. I'm guessing the Irish are going to be regarding Bessie with a little bit more respect now, as it went from 8-0 to 8-5. Bessie still on top. And maybe he just has a little bit better ground mat game, you know. Some wrestlers are not as good at standing up and much better at getting these sort of pinning positions. That was a cradle, but rolled a little bit too far, and the Irish were able to get a really nice reversal there. So a little bit risky rolling back like that, but it's able to work out for them. So that's going to put Rosemount at 10 and Eagan at 5. Irish still on top. Bessie still on his knees. Not on his stomach quite yet. Trying to stand up, sit out. And about 30 seconds left in this match. Third period. 5-10, Eagan 5, Rosemount 10. Now, sometimes you might wonder if they're going to call for stalling these points, but both wrestlers are definitely still going at it. About 5 seconds left. And that is going to do it, as the Irish put more points on the board for them, which they definitely need. So their score is going to go up to 8. So Eagan only has a 10-point lead, which is definitely something that could be overcome. There's a lot of matches left. Up next, for the 145-pound weight class, we have Abram Anderson, 11th grader, for Rosemount Irish. And we have Abdi Ali for the Eagan. So we've seen Ali before. He's great. We'll have to see how he stacks up against Anderson. So Anderson able to get quick little takedown there. And just lets Ali get the 1-point escape. Now that is very early in the match to let someone just get up and escape. Usually you only do that if you're very confident in your ability to get a technical, but we'll have to see how that plays out. Wow, and that great double leg takedown, unfortunately just outside of the boundaries, but you can really see the raw power that Anderson has for the Irish. He was able to pick up Ali right off the mat and just throw him right down. About a minute left in this first period. Scores 1 Eagan, 3 Rosemount. Really snapping down, looking for an opening to do another takedown. Tried to go for a leg, but Ali saw it coming. Was able to hop over it. A little bit of a scramble happening here. We'll see who ends up on top. Another turning into a double leg for Anderson. So Anderson seems to be really good at turning these kind of unconventional positions into his advantage, which is a very good skill to have. About 10 seconds left. Score is currently Eagan 1, Rosemount 6 in this 145-pound weight class. As we head into the second period, we'll have to see if they change up their strategy at all. You know, a lot of times that quick couple seconds in between periods, your coach might say something to you that changes the entire match. So they're able to really see a lot of the weak points that the wrestlers might not be able to while they're in the thick of it. So Rosemount's Anderson is able to get another takedown right there, bringing the total up to 13. So might be looking for that technical. And looking for some back points here. Just really masterful at controlling his opponent. You know, this is a classic example of a great wrestler who has strength and technique all in one. So we love to see that. And this is why I said that it's definitely not over, even though Rosemount is down now. There's a lot of matches left, and if they have more wrestlers like Anderson on their roster, then they're going to be just fine. About 45 seconds left in the second period. But it's not going to matter because Anderson gets a technical up to 17-1. All right, so coming up next, we are going to have the 152-pound weight class. So we have Joey Rippey for Rosemount Irish and Damon Alger for the Wildcats. Going at it right away. Snapping down. Alger and Rippey going at it. Fast flurry, got some intense hand fighting going on. Rippey trying to rip Alger's head down. Yeah, and wow, Alger is able to almost pick Rippey up off the mat and turning that into a nice double leg takedown for a quick 3 points, putting that on the board pretty quickly. Returning to the center. So Damon Alger here on top. We'll have to see if his ground game is as good as his standing one. Really trying to crank that arm, turn into something. You have to be a little bit careful, as we saw earlier in the other contest. Can definitely hurt someone's arm by snapping on it like that, but we got a little bit of a tie-up here. We'll try to see what's happening. It looks like Alger has the advantage, but this isn't really the position that he was probably hoping to be in. especially now that he's riding up too high, and we get that 2-point reversal for the Irish with 20 seconds left. So this is going to put Eagan at 3, Rosemount at 2. Very close. Standing up, 15 seconds left. Quick shot, nice sprawl by Auger. Nice little ankle pick there. Is it going to turn into any points? We'll have to see. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to. So we're going to move to round number 2. Very close match so far. Not a whole lot of points on the board, but there's still time for that. Eagan 3, Rosemount 2. Damon Auger on bottom with Joey Rippey on top. Rippey able to hold on to his advantage even with Auger rolling all over the place. This is a very intense little battle they're having. It looks like Rippey might be going for some back points, but Auger is definitely not letting that happen easily. Controlling the wrists, and Auger is able to step up and get away for a 1-point escape. Not sure if that was on purpose by Rippey. We've got 1 minute left in the round, but yeah, maybe he just ran out of juice. So nice little single leg here for Rippey, but Auger is really not letting it turn into much. A little bit of a scramble, but Rippey was able to convert that. The score going from 4-2. I believe it's going to update here soon. We've got about 20 seconds left. And the scoreboards have turned off. Not sure exactly what's happening here. Maybe some sort of technical issues. We'll have to see if they get that resolved. So both of these wrestlers are doing a great job. The Irish are definitely up in terms of team points, but these wrestlers seem pretty evenly matched, so it's still anyone's game. As we saw with Prior Lake, it seems like they were a lot stronger in their lighter weight classes, but Eagan has been a little bit more dominant in the lighter weight classes against Rosemount. Could be a reverse sort of thing for Eagan. Maybe Rosemount has some really heavy hitters up in their higher weight classes. I believe we're already seeing that a little bit in this 152-pound weight class. Once again, about 20 seconds left in the second period. We got the scoreboards back up. It is going to be 5 Eagan, 8 Rosemount. Still pretty close. Joey Rippey driving forward. Auger trying to spin around, look for a reversal. Rippey staying right behind. Auger still on his knees. Rippey looking for some sort of pin as the clock runs out. Start of the third period. Rosemount is still up a little bit, 8-5. So Auger He's having his chance on top now. We'll see if he can convert that into anything. Rippey has a foot out, but quickly drops to his stomach as Auger is spinning around and looking for a possible, not sure exactly if he's looking for a cradle. It's definitely a scramble happening. Rippey is doing a great job of defending on bottom. Able to sit out, get into a different position there. He's looking to rip apart Auger's hands if he can. But Auger is a little bit too far up as Rippey turns around. He's able to escape. Looks like he was almost about to get that reversal, but Auger stood up instead, which only gave him 1 point instead of 2. So I wonder if that was a tactical decision that he made, if he knew that he was about to get the reversal or not. But either way, it was a great job by Rippey. So we got about 30 seconds left in this match. It's the third period. Eagan is at 5, Rosemount at 9, as they go right out of bounds. The clock is still running again, so official will have to make some changes here. Wrestlers get a chance to talk to their coaches. You know, Rippey's been really great at those reversals, and I feel like Auger has a tendency, he likes to go for some really nice pins, like some cradles and such, but he rides up a little bit too high, which allows the chance for those reversals to happen if Rippey could just kind of throw him over his shoulders. So we'll have to see. They're back up on their feet with about 10 seconds left. Let's see if we can get anything here. They're stopped with only a few seconds left on the clock. You know, Auger really needs to make something happen. It's not very likely with the amount of time. So the final score, 5-10. Eagan 5, Rosemount 10, as Joey Rippey takes it, the 152-pound weight class. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have the 160-pound weight class with Ty Salter versus Logan Gilbertson. So Gilbertson did a great job against Prior Lake before, so we'll have to see how he does with Rosemount. Looks like Salter has a little bit more of a lanky frame. It's a bit taller, so we'll have to see how this plays out for them. I believe that Gilbertson has definitely put in a lot of time at the weight room, and you can really see that with the quickness of his movements. He's just able to really lock in and shoot with some great speed. But, you know, Salter is doing a great job of making sure he's not getting too close. Obviously, it's very close early in the match, so we'll have to see the strengths and weaknesses of these wrestlers. Still just doing some hand fighting right now. It looks like they're both moving very fast, and you know, Rosemount is actually able to get a nice single leg. He was able to shoot in really quick and recover. Gilbertson is, you know, flipping around, looking for a different position, but unfortunately, Salter was ready to pounce on that and turn that into a nice 3-point takedown. About 40 seconds left in the match. Dropping levels. Dropping levels is a good way to definitely get down to the level of the legs that you're shooting for. And it can also be a way to fake out your opponent and make an opening for yourself. Both of these wrestlers are very, very quick and evenly matched in terms of speed, so it makes it very interesting and very fun to watch. About 10 seconds left. All right, so that is going to be the end of the first period. We've got Eagan's Gilbertson at 1 and Rosemount Salter at 3. So this is going to be the real test when they're on the mat down on the floor, because, you know, Salter, he's been doing great when they're standing up, and he has that speed and definitely has the reach too, which is an advantage. But when you're down on the mat, sometimes just raw strength can be more important. So we'll have to see how that works out. And we're seeing a little bit of that right now. Looks like Gilbertson was almost able to get to his feet, but there was a nice mat return by Salter. Salter has some great technique from the looks of it. Not sure what exactly is going on here. I think that looks like he has his legs wrapped around. He's looking for some sort of pin, but he's kind of sitting down. The legs are caught in between. About 50 seconds left. Ref is going to break it up. Bring him back to the center. So current score is Eagan 1, Rosemount 3. Got Salter on top. Salter was looking for some back points there. Gilbertson is not easily taken down. He's definitely has put a lot of time in the weight room and is very strong, able to prevent himself from getting put on his back. Up to his knees. It is very tiring for both to be in this position, but if the person on top knows how to use their body weight, it can definitely be a great advantage. We've got about 10 seconds left in this second period. Very low scoring match so far, but we've got some great wrestlers on both sides. From the looks of it, it looks like both of these wrestlers are pure muscle. It's just that Gilbertson is a little bit shorter, and looks like Salter is a little bit taller. But they both definitely know their technique and how to use their body weight, which is great. And they both have the speed too. So this is a very interesting match to watch, even though it is a little bit lower scoring. Salter was able to get to his feet very quickly, and Gilbertson was able to snap him right back down, but in a worse position now. Gilbertson still on top. Salter was able to get right to his feet so fast. And looks like Gilbertson's just going to give up and let him have it. Extra point, bringing the total to Eagan 1, Rosemount 4. Now this Salter, he he's a great wrestler. He might be one of the better ones we've seen today, because if you remember how Gilbertson was in his last match against Prior Lake, he handily defeated his opponent. I believe it was a technical victory. So Salter being able to take that level of skill and power on and do this well means he must be an incredible wrestler. Puts it into perspective. Got about 55 seconds left. We're able to get a quick little escape from Gilbertson, but Rosemount's up to 7 now. And now up to 10 with another takedown. So Gilbertson's gonna need to pull something amazing off if he wants to win this. All right, so we have Salter still on top. Gilbertson able to get to his feet, break free for another point, but only 20 seconds left in the match. Is it going to be enough? And I think Salter is going to be happy to just let the time run out as they are fighting with their hands here. Fighting for position. Still a lot of energy from both wrestlers, even this far into the match and into the day. Very well-deserved victory by Ty Salter. He is an amazing wrestler, someone we should definitely watch out for in the future. Up next for the 172-pound weight class, we have Cole Glatz for the Rosemount Irish, up against Jonah Jensen for the Wildcats. Both very tall wrestlers here. And wow, Glatz definitely gets a very early lead, early takedown. Able to snap down and just easily come behind, get another quick takedown. Cases like these, you have to wonder, is it just technique? Is it just raw power and strength? Very quick scoring points here. The score is currently Eagan 1, Rosemount 6. And Glatz just goes right back on top of him. Jensen cannot get a break here. Glatz is controlling the opposite wrist, which makes it very easy for him to get up. Very hard, I should say, for Jensen to get up. Is rolling around, and you could just see the amount of control that Glatz has over Jensen. Now Jensen is trying to get up to his knees, but to no avail. Maybe looking for some back points here. Potential pin. 20 seconds left for the Irish. Definitely has a lot of technique and good amount of strength as well. We'll see how Jensen does with the rest of the periods. He is down for the start of the second period. Jonah's able to turn around looking for an escape, but not able to do so. Now we'll have these back points that Glatz was looking for earlier. So that's going to be a good amount of back points, so that brings the total up to 10 for Rosemount. 1 point escape for Eagan. Up to 13 for Rosemount. Side to side. This is a very unusual position. And it looks like Jensen is doing a decent job of trying to get out. He was able to get his leg behind Glatz's leg, and that makes it a lot more difficult for Glatz to do a lot of those back points and pinning positions that he was putting him in before. And the time is going to run out. So Glatz is very close to a technical at the moment, but was not quite able to get there in the second round. Now and he might be able to turn this into a good position for himself. It's unclear at the moment. That is the 1 point escape, and that is going to do it. All he needed was 1 point to get to that plus 15, and that is going to be a technical victory, which is, in a lot of cases, a lot harder to do than a pin itself. So we will continue on. That was a nice victory for Cole Glatz of the Irish. Next up, we have 189. Brian Horn for the Irish versus Alex Lowe's for the Wildcats.
Nelson the Lakers, 5-1 decision of 172 pounds on mat number 2. 3 points for the Lakers. Who would score? Is Fire Lake 36, Lakeville North 6, and they are now at 189 on mat number 2. Tyler Ruff of the Panthers is on the mat. Tommy Wyckoff of the Lakers.
Starting right away, kicking things off. Alex Lowe's and Brian Horn. Lowe's and Horn going at it. Lowe's shooting in, but Horn was able to sprawl and defend pretty effectively. All clinched up there, which is using a lot of energy for both of them. Now these athletes know what they're doing, and it gives them a chance to avoid having to shoot and defend for so long once they're clasped up. Wow, that was an amazing throw there by Horn of the Irish, throwing all the way around, and you saw Lowe's feet just kind of flying through the air. But Lowe's is already on his knees, and looks like he is standing up, and this might be hard for Lowe's to get out of, because it looks like Horn is just kind of cradled onto him, like all of his body weight. Very unusual position. Lowe's is able to get his legs out and is looking for a reversal as the time runs out. So Lowe's is doing a great job there, but honestly, sometimes that is not what you want, because he might have wasted a lot of energy for not any points trying to do all of that. So now going into this second period, we'll have to see which of them is more tired and if that has any effect on the match going forward. Alex Lowe's, wow. Alex Lowe's really dove after Brian Horn, and Horn threw him, which could have been a bad position had it been in the mat, but it was outside, so no points were awarded. So Lowe's able to get a nice takedown match up against Brian Horn, and Looks like Horn kept going for that same sort of throw, so we'll have to see if he has any other tricks up his sleeve or if that's the main move that he always goes for. Got about a minute left. We got some back points being awarded, possible pin. Alex Lowe's looks like he might have it in the bag here. We'll have to see how this works. Using all of his body weight to get this pin. Squeezing with all of his might. And there it is, folks. After being thrown around for a couple of takedowns, Alex Lowe's is able to finally get the pin and redeem himself a little bit. I'm sure he did not like being thrown around like that, especially since it seems like it was the same kind of move happening each time. But, you know, to his credit, Brian Horn had a great takedown that he was doing. So next up, we have Chris Garcia for Eagan against Cash Talcott for the Irish. So Garcia is really going at it here. But looks like the Irish were able to defend pretty well. Rolling around, looking for a better position. Really's got that headlock there. Really clinched up, but looks like Garcia is able to reverse. Now, Talcott is really able to capitalize on that sort of very unconventional rolling style that it seems like he's doing. He's able to think on his feet and turn that into a positive position for himself. So they're going to return to the center. This is period number 2. So the current score is Eagan 3, Rosemount 4. So very close at the moment, but we'll have to see how this plays out. So both clinching up right now, really tiring each other out. Really trying to go for a snap down or something to that effect. Trying to make an opening for takedown. And Talcott goes for a little shot, but every time you make one of those shots, if it doesn't work out, it does take more energy. So there he goes, driving forward, going for the double leg. And Garcia is sprawling pretty well. We'll see if Talcott is able to turn this into... Garcia is able to make it on top, getting the takedown points and also back points with a potential pin on the way. Now, all it takes is one of those moments where you just happen to find yourself in a better position, and it can really reverse the whole course of the match. So about 30 seconds left in period number 2, and Eagan came up to 10 points to Rosemount's 4. Garcia really able to turn things around here. Talcott on bottom. He's on his knees, and that's a great thing if you want to try to get up. He could potentially reverse this position here. Garcia able to hold on. Garcia was able to hold on, but he was in not a great position there for a couple of seconds, being on his back. Going to see how things play out here in the third period. But before that, we are going to have a little bit of a break. So we have to wonder what the coaches are saying to these athletes. You know, what is their strategy going into this third period? Talcott was doing very well, but he just was caught at a bad moment, and Garcia was able to get a lot of points very quickly because of it. So I have to see what their strengths are, and depending on the position, we could see different strengths from each opponent. So we're going to see how Talcott is on top, if he's able to really break down Garcia. Looks like Garcia was able to get up pretty quickly, get a single leg, and then turn that into a takedown. So nice 12 points now for Eagan. Garcia still on top, but Talcott might be able to reverse this if he plays his cards right. Garcia, nice throw, right onto Talcott's back, getting some back points and possibly a pin. Talcott really needs to get out of this if he arches back or something. Roll his hips over, but there it is. There's not much you can do in that position. Great job by Garcia for the Wildcats. So Wildcats in Rosemount, Eagan is up by a little bit. Eagan is at 30 and Rosemount is at 24. So we only have one match left, and we'll have to see how this one plays out, if Rosemount's able to catch up to Eagan or not. So this is going to be Max, sorry, not sure how to pronounce this, Max Meager or Cole Will for Wildcats. So Cole and Max are going at it. Standing up, testing each other out, seeing how strong each other is, technique, if there's any openings that they can see. It's very common to test out a little bit before you play your cards. So Cole Will seemed like he had a little bit of an upper hand in that exchange. You know, really tiring each other out with this clinch. And then at that point, you know, it comes down to who has more stamina, who's more tired, who gives up first, you know. Maybe someone has a lot of fight in them, even if they don't have as much stamina, so they're able to push through it. In some of these slower matches where they're really clinching up like this and using a lot of energy standing up, that's what it turns into. And then once they get onto the mat, that's where some of that energy will pay off if they've invested it early. About 10 seconds left in the first period. Still 0-0. Not a super eventful first period, but I'm sure we will see things heat up a little bit as they are in the down position. So we've got Cole Will up top, and we'll see how they do when they're on the mat. Wow. Cole Will with an incredible move right there. As the Irish were trying to get away, he was able to capitalize on that and turn it into a nice back points scenario. You know, you have to be very careful when you're in those types of quick situations where you're turning around. You never want to turn onto your back, and that cost the Irish 7 points. So Colville definitely feeling a bit more confident now going into this. I'm sure his coaches might say, we need to get you just down on the ground more instead of standing up, because it seems like that is his game. So definitely when you use your body weight to your advantage, can help tire the other person out even more. They're out of bounds now, but we will have them return to the center, and this is almost it for this matchup between these two schools. So nice roll move there, going for a half Nelson. Very solid. And yeah, looks like Cole Will really knows how to use his strengths to his advantage. And that turns into a pin for him. Nice. All right, so winner of that match is going to be Cole Will of the Wildcats, which is going to bring Eagan to 36 and Rosemount to 24 to end this matchup between the two rival schools. All right, so Eagan lost their first matchup against Prior Lake, but won against Rosemount. So for today, at least, they are 1 loss and 1 win. And we will see how they keep doing. Maybe they learned a few lessons after their loss against Prior Lake. But it's been great here today. We got to see some great wrestling. You know, coach has been working really hard with these boys, and definitely shows on the mat. All right, we are going to take a little break here, and might be done for the night, but we'll have to see.